Hi Hussein, welcome to the live. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Thank you. And next name is Georgina in the chat. Hello Georgina. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Thank you. Hi, hello, who's here? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Tap tap on the screen, everyone, like the live. Hi Mocha, how are you? Thank you so much Mocha for joining in the live. And next name is Hi Lisa, how are you Lisa? Thank you Lisa for joining in the live. Next name is Ira. How are you Ira? Thank you Ira for joining in the live. Next name is Lena in the chat. Hello Lena. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a nice day everyone. Thank you so much. Next name is I see Astrid in the chat. Hello Astrid. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Thank you. Have a nice day. And next name is Gio. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a nice day. And next name is Majid Shadab in the chat. Hi Majid Shadab. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Next name is Rifat in the chat. Hi Rifat, how are you? Thank you Rifat for joining in the live. And next name is Sujoy in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. And next name, who's here in the chat? Let me see. Next name is Divish in the chat. Hi Divish, how are you? Welcome to the live, Divish. Thank you so much. Hi Leonora. Next name is Leonora in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Okay, next name is Sophia in the chat. Hello, Sophia. And next name is Manohar. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And next name is Anna. Hi Anna, and welcome back to the live, Anna. Thank you so much, Anna, for joining in the live. And next name is Nisa. Next name is Nisa in the chat. Hello Nisa, thank you Nisa for joining in the live. And next name is Andre in the chat. Hello Andre, how are you? And here next name is Hi Zach, how are you? Thank you Zach for joining in the live. And next name is Hi Fushi, how are you Fushi? And next name is Sargoi. How are you Sargoi? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day. And here is Bethany in the chat. Hello Bethany, how are you? And next name is Naomi. Hi Naomi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. Okay, next name is Laura. How are you, Laura? Thank you, Laura, for joining in the live. Priyanshi. Next name is Priyanshi. How are you, Priyanshi? Thank you so much, Priyanshi, for joining in the live. Next name is Salim in the chat. Hello, Salim. And here is the next name is Viola. Okay, here is Anna. Thank you so much for joining in the live. Have a great day to you. And next name is Azuf in the chat. Hello, Azuf. How are you? And next name is Amelia in the chat. Hello, Amelia. How are you?